What is going on, guys? This is the second official episode of Superfans Sports Spiel. We got a new setup. We're doing this on Zoom. We got our man, Philly Cole, special guest. Give it up for Philly Cole.
What's up, guys?
What is up, Philly Cole? Second episode, first podcast. Philly Cole, did you even listen to the first podcast, the first episode?
No, I didn't have time. Don't worry. I'll watch it.
It was a great episode.
Don't worry. I'll watch it after this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, and then I'll tell everyone how good it was.
This guy on? All right.
Should have brought Scott.
Oh, trust me, Cole. We're getting into that. We're gonna get into that. All right. So, I guess let's talk some Philly sports, Cole. Okay. So, what are we? Or first of all, actually, let's get into your account. Let's talk about your account and your TikTok. How and why did you start it?
Well, I think the reason why I started it was because I wanted to get my opinion out there about sports topics. Yep. And I think I probably wouldn't have done it until I saw other people doing it, like Sean Massa, Dallas, Deacon, Ting Sports.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw all those guys doing it. I wanted to be part of it. So, yeah. And then how I did, I think I had like 3 other accounts before my Philly Cole account right now. Mm-hmm. And I started with a MLB The Show group account, actually. And I just worked my way up and made my own account. And that's actually how I met Scott. Interesting enough. Wow. I was in a group account with him, and I made the account.
That is an interesting development right there. All right.
Yeah.
When did you start your Philly Cole account?
I think it was July, and I think the exact date, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I think it's July 16th.
All right, right on. We were July 7th, so right about the same time. Originally, it was the original 3, Nick, Bobby, and I. Bobby got fired. We fired that guy.
Yeah, we had to fire that guy. Just wasn't doing what he needed to do.
That guy was an asshole. All right. Philly Cole, any okay, well, I was going to ask if you had any inspirations, but it sounds like you had Sean Massa, Ting Sports.
Yeah. Yeah, right. A bunch of those guys.
All right, now the next question. Now this one's a hard hitter.
Everyone wants to know this question.
Everyone. Will you ever shave?
Right now it's No Shave November. I have to keep it going for at least that long. I probably will at some point, to be honest. Because I just don't really care enough to do it. You know what I mean?
Ever since I've been watching your videos, I always see the little fuzzies on the sideburns. A little blurry over there. I'm not sure if it's my freaking screen quality or what. All right, let's talk some Philly sports. What is going on with Carson Wentz? Like, as a Philly fan, like, what are you thinking watching him?
He's terrible. He's bad.
Yeah.
He's been playing very bad.
Yeah.
But
he's on my fantasy team and he sucks ass. I have Tom Brady now, so thank God. Tom Brady sucks ass.
Tom Brady, he sucks too. Okay, but back to Carson Wentz, right? I think Carson Wentz, really to fix Carson Wentz, you either need to fire our head coach and get a new one and just get a new environment for him, really. I think he needs just a huge change of scenery. If that means we have to fire everyone, then let's do it. Because I still believe in him. He has a bunch of talent that I think he just needs the right pieces to move forward and be good again.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think Doug Peterson is a terrible play caller, and he must have.
He's terrible.
He must have passed that trade on to Matt Nagy because obviously they work together in Kansas City and Philly.
Yeah,
and Matt Nagy is an even worse play caller. So.
Doug Peterson went, I think it was 3rd and 7, and he did a read option, not even in field goal range. And we were down. I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, trust me, as I've had Carson Wentz like twice in fantasy, and I'm very skeptical of the Doug Peterson. All right, so do you see Carson Wentz having a future with the Eagles?
See, I think without a doubt I do, because I think you have to think about after this year getting rid of him, of course, but I think they're going to stick with him until the end of his contract because I don't think anyone wants to take on that contract unless next year he just goes off. But at that point, we'll keep him.
As a
The
Niners
I,
fan, I mean, I feel like as a Niners fan, I would definitely give him a chance because Jimmy
I
Garoppolo's
mean,
just a dog.
yeah, I think
Come
it
to
would
Chicago,
be.
God damn it! As a Bears fan, I would Dick Folt, Big Dick Nick, get him out of here. I mean,
I
geez,
think both of those teams are great fits. Maybe the Bears may need to get a new head coach before because I know Matt Nagy sucks. But my biggest suitor for him right now, if we did trade him, is the Colts. Because when he had true success, it was with Frank Reich, and now he's a head coach of the Colts, and the Colts just have a lot of good pieces that he can work around there.
Nick's got a lot of questions for Frank Reich because he has Jonathan Taylor on his fantasy team, and
Yeah.
no one knows with that backfield.
Hey, this week he was getting carries. He had like 16 carries. He was actually on the field this week, so hopefully that continues.
I mean, he's a good coach, honestly. Like he's a great play caller. He does a lot of things right. Maybe not for fantasy because kind of messes with your mind. Same way Kyle Shanahan does, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, freaking, I forgot what I was gonna ask you honestly, but we'll move on to the next question. Are you excited to see Jalen Hurts potentially start? If Carson Wentz needs to be replaced?
I mean, give the kid a chance, right? But personally, I don't think he's a franchise.
Yeah.
I think the reason we got him was to be that gadget play guy or, just something to get the defense off like task of trying to stop Carson Wentz. Instead, you have to try to stop Jalen Hurts. But, we barely use him and we use it for one play only every single time, which is read option. Honestly, we could definitely use him better too. I hate Doug Peterson. It gets on my nerves.
And I just remember what I was going to say. I was going to say Matt Nagy. The reason why I liked Matt Nagy is because he created such a great culture, and then his play calling led to our four straight losses, and that has led to just the culture is just destroyed now. The defense just can't even look at the offense. So the defense, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
I think the Bears have a top 3 defense in the league, but it just doesn't show.
definitely.
It just doesn't show because the points allowed are so high because the offense can't stay in the field. They turn the ball over on their own side of the field, so defense they're already in field goal range. It's really bad. I mean, it just sucks seeing Akeem Hicks, Eddie Jackson, Khalil Mack, Kyle Fuller, Roquan Smith is emerging as one of probably like a top 2, top 3 linebacker in the league.
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson, I have a bright future for him, and it's unfortunate just seeing how the offense will not allow them to prosper. All right. Let's transition into the Phillies. All right. Nick, you want to ask these questions?
Yeah. So what moves do you want to see the Phillies make this offseason?
It's pretty simple, really. I mean, you can decide what you want to do on the offensive side. There's 3 positions I can really see them going after. That's catcher, shortstop, and a DH. Especially if they keep, the universal DH, which I hope they do. I like it. But also, I think they need a veteran starter in that rotation. And they also need a couple bullpen arms. I'll say like 2 to 3 to really get them over the edge. And I'm not saying we need to go out and get those 3 positions because it's going to be a lot and it'll probably go over the luxury tax, which is definitely something I don't want to do. But definitely need to fill in at least one of those spots. And I think the one that really needs to be filled in right now is, God, I went country there for some reason. But something that really needs to get filled in is the DH.
Yeah.
So if you're the GM, would you re-sign Real Muto or no?
If I could get him for 15 to 20 million, then yes. But anything over, no.
That's going to be a tough task.
Risk it.
That's going to be a tough
task. But he wants to stay in Philly. Maybe he'll go cheaper for us.
I think he's put it out in the public that he does not want to sign with the Mets, but I think in the end of the day, the Mets are going to give him a really good offer, and I think he's going to end up taking it.
I think the Mets should go after Springer more than Real Muto, to be honest.
Agreed.
Or even Bauer.
They need a catcher and outfielder, so I mean,
if they got Bauer, their rotation would be nasty. It'd be ridiculous.
They could go for anything right now.
Pretty much.
I have a Woj bomb here, folks. The Sacramento Kings have declined to match the Atlanta Hawks 4-year, $72 million offer sheet for restricted free agent Bogdan Bogdanovic. So Bogdan is going to Atlanta. Atlanta is forming a really good team. Like I think they're going to be in the playoffs easy. Philly Cole, are you an NBA guy?
Not really big into it. I know a little bit about it. Like I'm like a casual fan, you know.
Yeah.
But of course I cheer for the 76ers because who else would I cheer for? The Lakers. Like, give me a break.
Yeah.
I'm not a front runner like that.
Screw the Lakers. All right. Anyways, back to the
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah. So being a White Sox fan, I know James McCann and Alex Colomé could be signings for the Phillies. Would you want to sign any of those two guys?
I'd take both of them, to be honest. Not particularly Colomé. I would really like to get Liam Hendricks, but if it comes down to like Colomé and if there's like none of the big guys left, then yeah, why not take him? I mean, if it comes down to like Colomé and Doolittle, yeah, definitely take Colomé. He's good. I like him. He's a good fantasy guy too.
Yeah, and James McCann is just an underrated catcher. I feel like whoever gets him is going to get him for a cheaper price than Real Muto, and he's not as good as Real Muto, obviously, but he can get the job done.
That's gonna be a crappy loss for the White Sox. I mean, not Real Muto. James McCann, like when Yasmani wasn't feeling it, you could just throw in McCann, and he would even DH because Edwin Encarnacion sucked. So
yeah, he was terrible.
Yeah,
he was able to fill that role.
I was actually one of the people that was really upset with the Yasmani Grandal signing because I saw James McCann there and I was like, you're really going to take time away from him after the year he had. I was like, you can't do that to him. Like I love to see James McCann play. And when they did that, I was like, oh my God, they're really taking away time.
I have a feeling a team is going to sign James McCann for super low, and they're going to end up getting like a top 5 catcher for like top 15 catcher money, you know, maybe not that, maybe not like that range, but like I could see James McCann signing for like 12 mil, and that'd be a steal.
Yeah, he's definitely underrated. And what did I have to say? Well, the Phillies, same thing with that, right? With catcher, it would be great to get someone like James McCann, but if we can't go out and get a catcher, then we have Andrew Knapp, of course, which looked pretty good this year. I think he was like top 7 in catcher's WAR, and he barely played. So yeah, that was big.
All right, well, let's transition to our next topic. This is the juicy one. This is what everyone wants to hear about. You got to tell us what is the beef between you and Metrsl, aka Scott?
It started a while back, actually. Like me and him used to be like really close. Like we'd play like, I don't know, MLB The Show all the time. We'd play like GTA, like stuff like that. And you know, we just play like almost every night, which was fun, of course. But after a while, I got busy, especially, you know, almost at the end of summer, I got busy and, you know, started doing more things that I couldn't really do. And I just couldn't like play every night. And I guess first off, that's probably what got him a little bit angry. But I thought at that time, I was like, oh, you know, he's fine. He'll move. He won't be like that upset, right? He was pretty upset. Didn't know for a while though. And then another thing that really got me angry about him is I would introduce him to like one of my friends, like I met Deacon after him. So I would like introduce him to Deacon and he was cool with Deacon, but then there was other ones like Braden, who's runs NBA Nations. He hated Braden and Braden hated him. I don't know what happened. Like I thought they would be fine, but they just hated each other. And then he was like a big inspiration of his was Sean Massa. So I thought it would be nice to, I thought it would be very nice to, you know, like introduce him because I was friends with Sean Massa. I was friends with Scott. So I tried to introduce Sean Massa to Scott and they were cool for like 3 days, you know, because we all got them all in a group chat. And then Scott, I think, said something like dumb and like started coming at, I think it was Braden. And then he stepped up and started going at Scott. And that's definitely someone you don't want to mess with, Sean. And Sean basically shut him down. And then we ended up kicking Scott out of that group chat. And like because two people hated him in there. Like we weren't going to keep him. And then he got really like, he was really angry at that. And that really got me because I was like, he hates my friends. Like I like, who am I going to pick, Scott or my friends, you know? And that got really bad. And then he started getting like a following, and he would do stuff like he'd stitch my videos or make videos about me from the private. Like I'd say something about like sports to him, and he'd get angry at me for saying that about like the Mets or something. And he would use that, screenshot it on Snapchat and make a video about it. And then that made a lot of people hate me for whatever reason. I don't even know why. They really had a hatred for me.
The RSL squad you don't want to mess with them. They got you banned off of on stream, right? They banned your stream for a little bit.
Yeah. They did it like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, where was I? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, making videos about me for no reason. Yeah, that got me a little bit angry too. I was like, Scott, why are you making videos about me like that? And he was like, what do you say? He was like, because you're wrong. I need to tell people that you're wrong. I'm like, Scott, we're privately talking. Why do you have to bring stuff that's private into the public like that? I didn't understand that, right? So I was like, so I think after the Phillies got swept, the Phillies swept the Mets. Like we were going back and forth that whole series, talking trash, me, Deacon, and Scott, me, Deacon, and Scott, because we're all, different rivals of each other and stuff. So we were really like going back and forth and stuff, and they soon got swept. And then Scott wanted to apologize to me for saying all that stuff about the Phillies. I'm like, okay, that's cool, right? And then, of course, the MLB The Show thing came around. That's the next part of it. Came around, we were going to do a 7-game series, and my connection got lost. I'm still he told everyone that I rage quit, which was pretty dumb by him. I'm not gonna lie, right? That got me in. I was like, it's like, why would you do that? Like now your fans already hate me enough. They're gonna spam my account, which they did. And he was like, what do you say? I think he was like, well, you rage quit. I'm like, I didn't rage quit. I was like, do you want me to like go back somehow and find it? Like, what do you want me to do? And then after a while, he was like, okay, it's okay. I'm sorry. And then he was like, okay, so we're going to play again tonight. And like, at that point, I'm like, angry. And I'm like, geez, this guy's like, I was like, that really got on my nerves because he kept doing it over and over again. And then I was like, I don't think I want to play again tonight. I'll give you the win and we'll play again tomorrow. And instead of just, taking that and being like, okay, instead he got like really angry at me. And then he was like, fine. What do you say? He was like, fine. If you don't want to play me tonight, then we're not going to be friends. And I'm going to post a video making fun of you and exposing you. I was like, okay, go ahead and do it. Why not? And then he did. And I was like, okay, screw you. I'm not friends with you anymore. And yeah, then I just was done with him. And then more and more went on, and he kept, making videos about me, like, and I made videos back. Then after a while, we calmed down the beef and we talked it out. And then he got angry for no reason again, for whatever reason.
It's starting to resurge again.
Yeah. And I was like, no, this is another time before, right? He got angry for no reason. And before this, actually, Braden said, don't, because me and him, we got like, buddy stuff like that. He was like, don't, because he was talking over me. He's like, don't give him another chance. I'm like, I'm going to give him another chance because, he's my friend before. I was going to give him another chance, gave him another chance, and just got worse and worse and worse. And he just spammed my account. And then at that point, I was like, I think I really just need to move on from him, I really just need to move on. So I decided, all right, I'm just going to get rid of him totally. So I did. And I stopped posting about him. And now he's posting about me like every day now, which is funny. If he ever gets like money for being from TikTok, I want like half the cut because like I'm half of his content.
Whoa, that.
Am I wrong though?
I cannot wait for Scott to see this. Oh my god,
dude, I'm not wrong though.
That's
he's gonna take this and he's gonna like.
Is this going to the court? Is this going to court? Will there be lawsuits?
No. But he's definitely going to see this and try to shift the story. I'm telling you that right now. And that's what he does. He, especially since he has a bigger following, he's definitely going to be able to say that stuff, you know? Like, I'm not going to go out there and be like, da 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 da, and then he's going to say something else. They're going to listen to him because he has a bigger following.
Cole, can I inform you on something? We are actually going, at least he agreed upon doing so. We are going to have Scott Metrsl on this podcast. So everything, all of this, he's going to have a response for. So just letting you know. Okay.
I should have known this was going to happen.
You should have known. Will there be a fight?
I'm not trying to fight him right now.
Have you ever?
Let's hear his story.
Yeah. Scott's side will be displayed to the audience. Have you even met Scott in real life ever before, or this is just
no.
over? Okay. But yeah, Jack the Yankees fan wants you guys to have a boxing match in his basement, and if that can happen, I will fly my ass out to New Jersey. I mean, other than that, do you have one final message for Scott? That was a lot of information. That was great.
I had to say something. I honestly just, back off. Like, there's no reason to be doing this anymore. He's like, you're continuing the beef. Like, I'm not continuing the beef. You're the one making videos about me every day for no reason. You know what I mean?
All right. I mean,
shots were fired.
This was an awesome podcast. I think this is a good time to wrap it up. Correct? Philly Cole, are you a big college basketball guy at all by any chance?
Not particularly. I'm trying to get more into it. Just
Philadelphia is a big college basketball city. You got Villanova, Penn State, Temple, St. Joseph.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get more into. I'm trying to get more into different things. Right. I just want to be like, that one sports guy where you can ask me like anything, and I'll be like, yeah, I know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're a top prospect for sure. I could see. I
could see you. I have potential.
Oh, for sure. All right. Well, I mean, I think that's a good time to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment. Go check out the TikTok at superfans.sports. Anything else we got to plug here, Nick? Any other last words for you, Nick?
Plug my TikTok.
Thank you.
What was that, Cole?
Plug my TikTok. I want to get.
All right. Yeah. Go check out is it just Philly.Cole?
Yep, that's it.
Go check it out. He's got great content. He needs some followers, guys. He needs a bigger following. So when he's put up against Scott, it's not as much of a disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right. I think this is a good place to wrap it up. Thank you so much for coming on, Cole. That was great. We'd love to have you on again. So.
Yeah, I'd love to be on again. This was fun.
Yep. Thanks.
This was great. This was much better than I honestly expected. So, all right. See you, Scott.